In today's Retro Tech Repair, we're going to be unboxing 30 kilograms of Retro Tech that I bought spares or repair on eBay. Hello and welcome to Retro Tech Repair. We're doing something quite different today. I bought 30 kilos of Retro Tech on eBay. One job lot, 30 kilos of Retro Tech. We're going to unbox it together. I'm seeing this for the first time, and at the end of the video I'll show you the listing and you can decide whether or not you think I got a good deal. And they arrived a couple of days ago, and this difficult time I have just let them sit a little bit before I open them up, just to give them a little time. Okay, so advertised as one job lot. Apparently this belonged to one individual and this was his kind of childhood collection. So right away we see some gems in here. We have Sega Mega Drive 2, some kind of aftermarket cassette recorder for a Commodore 64 or VIC-20. Controller, it's like an original Xbox One controller. He did say that he kept most of this stuff in his shed, so there might be a few spiders or something in here as we go through. Lots more controllers. PlayStation 1, yeah, PS1 controller in black. Some kind of aftermarket Mega Drive controller, maybe Techno Plus Mega Control Pad. This is I remember seeing these on the Commodore 64, but I can't remember the manufacturer. But that is a nice joystick. Unfortunately, a little bit of damage on the cable there, but I'm sure many of my viewers know the name of that joystick. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we'll certainly look it up later. What else have we got in here? Sega Mega Drive pad. Looks like we have actually a genuine Commodore cassette drive this time. PlayStation 1 controller. Maybe an aftermarket Xbox controller. I never actually owned an Xbox. I was more of a PlayStation person through the generations. In fact, I had a launch day PlayStation 2, launch day PlayStation 3, and a launch day PlayStation 4, but I haven't invested, if that's the right word, in a PlayStation 5 because I've just fallen back in love with 8-bit and Retro Tech 16-bit. And speaking of which, it looks like we have an original PlayStation 1 with a memory card, which is quite nice. PS1. Be interesting to see if any of these have been chipped or anything like that. And then another Sega Mega Control Pad. Of course, something I did have as a child, and although it's a little yellowed, it seems in quite a nice shape. It's an Acorn Electron, even has the original expansion card connector cover on it there. That's kind of neat. Acorn Electron. I wonder if that would benefit from a little retro bright action. Who knows? Nice thing then. All of this was bought untested, and with this scale I kind of have a genuine hope that perhaps it was untested and it's not actually, you know, some of it might work, who knows. So I have here, Grandstand Color TV 3600 Mark II, so real old school TV game there with a gun. Box is a bit squashed. Xbox, original Xbox, all right. Motion Madness 3 and Halo Xbox pack. My suspicion is that the games won't be in here. I don't remember there being any software listed in this lot. And in fact, it looks like that's the case within, wow. Boy, look at the size of that bad boy. Look at that, monster Xbox, original Xbox. I'll tell you what though, like I say, I've never had an Xbox. That feels like a right thing, you know, This feels like a good thing. Really, I had the PlayStation 2. Like I said, this is a beast. You know, sometimes it just kind of feels good to hold something that you've never had before, and this is nice. I'm excited about that. There's a compact disc, DVDs. I forget what the format was used on the original Xbox, but it's like a CD. Nice thing though. You know, not in bad shape. He did mention in the listing that some of these consoles had laser problems, so I'm guessing that this unfortunately is going to be one of those. But you never know. It might have had a jailbreak on it. Might have a hard disk full of goodies. We will see. A few of the bits in the Xbox box here. A few cables. Unfortunately, no software. It's like an RGB, well, a composite to Xbox SCART cable, and then this Xbox DVD movie playback kit. So I guess, yeah, it's a DVD drive, and it comes with a apparently unopened DVD kit. So that's cool. And then the Logitech Precision Vibration Feedback Wheel. Apparently $29.99 from Game by the looks of it. Now, I am in a lot of trouble with this, by the way, because as you may or may not know, if you've seen any of my videos, I live in North Yorkshire in a one-bedroom apartment. A lot of people have these houses as holiday homes, but it's my only home, and consequently I don't have a lot of room. So my wife is not in a particularly good mood and my acquisition of all this stuff. But this was largely unused. This does seem to be in nice condition. I'm not sure what platform this works with, but well, Xbox presumably. That's a weighty thing. Actually, you know, if we with the right game, it'd be quite neat to try that. Quite excited to try that, and it looks to be in pretty nice shape. So the guy who shipped this to me did a great job, really. I think I won it on like the Tuesday, on the Wednesday it was here. I mean, really good service from the person who sold this, and a really nice bloke to deal with. Genuinely positive eBay experience, and you don't always get those, unfortunately. Particularly if you're selling stuff on eBay, it's not always a pleasurable experience. All right, so we have obviously some cardboard packing in here, some craft paper packing, but what else? Okay, lots of joystick action in here, and some other things. Start with the obvious one. This is a fairly well-worn looking Commodore 64. No obvious damage to it, though it is obviously a little bit yellowed, and it has a nice dead spider in the joystick, or in the expansion port there. But Commodore 64 Mark II, I forget exactly what they were called, but did have one of these. Actually bought one of these for the channel before, but when I plugged it in, it just worked fine, so I didn't have a video, unfortunately. But this one looks like it could do with some cosmetic cleanup, and it certainly has a lot of spider-looking action on it. So, you know, maybe we'll retrobrite it, maybe we'll just clean it up. But interesting, hopefully a little project for us there. There we go, something core to the channel. You've seen this before, I've repaired one of these before. It's probably what drew me to it originally. Grandstand Firefox F7. This actually is my favorite of the VFD games that I have repaired. You know, original, makes really creative use of the graphics, has stereo sound. I don't know when it was made, fairly late, I'd imagine, 88, in the kind of era of VFD games, but this actually is one of my favorite VFD games, so it'd be interesting just to slide some batteries into this and see if that plays. As I say, I did get the impression that this was genuinely an untested lot. So hopefully we've got some power supplies in here that are going to power some of our things. I don't know what this is. Wow. I don't know what this is at all. It's some kind of coloured pedals, foot pedal, but no steering. I don't know what you would use that for. There's a sticker on it here. This belongs to, so we'll not show that. I might have to blur that out, but you know, a foot pedal QJ quality joystick. Interesting. I have never seen anything like that, and in fact there's some kind of symbols on here. See what joystick port it has on the end. It's got a 9-way female 9-way D and a male 9-way D, so presumably it plugs in to the joystick port, and then a joystick or something else, steering wheel or something, plugs in there. I don't know, but there it is anyway. QJ quality joystick. Don't know what that is. Foot pedal, some description. All right, keep digging around in here. We have a Saytech X3 32M, and this feels pretty nasty, to be honest. Yeah, oh, that's a sticky thing. That is a sticky thing. It's not, I don't think, dirty. I think it's covered in that kind of stuff that get like this for a good grip. I'm not going to hold it. It's really horrid. It looks quite interesting. Unfortunately, I just don't feel I can keep this. It is horrible. Unless somebody knows a way of restoring this kind of rubberized stuff to something that you would be prepared to hold in your hand. Lots of controls on this. It's a PC joystick. Yeah, PC joypad by the looks of it. Yeah, for a kind of game port like you would have on a Sound Blaster card. Looks apart from the decay, in nice condition. So it's a bit of a shame. I'm not going to be able to do much with this, I don't think, but a Saytech X632M was originally £19, apparently. All right, so we have another PlayStation controller, this time an aftermarket one, new gen PlayStation controller. Interesting thing, mildly interesting. Feels light in the hand. I think I had a fake or an aftermarket PlayStation controller for my PlayStation 1 as well. Looks like we have a UHF lead as well, kind of attached to it there. Some more leads in here. This looks like it's the power supply for our Acorn Electron, which is good. Acorn Electron. People like power supply shots because they don't know what voltages to use for things. So there's a nice power supply shot of our Acorn Electron power supply. This power supply, Sega, looks like the Mega Drive power supply. Sega Mega Drive power supply. I'm sure there's plenty of those around on eBay, but there it is anyway. And Sony PlayStation 1 with the RF out, which is good. Yeah, RF out with a switch box. I remember those. So this would be, of course, if you were connected via just the aerial lead to your TV, as was the fashion. And looks like we have another one, a similar, well, this is for a Dreamcast. There's no Dreamcast in the box, but Dreamcast RF adapter. Again, I did once have a Dreamcast. I actually bought it when I lived in the States. Again, from a car boot sale, I think. Never actually got it to work. Thought I'd make a lot of money on it, didn't. But it was fun just to say that I'd owned one, even though I never played it. This looks like a Sega RF switch. So again, presumably for the Mega Drive. Yeah, presumably for the Mega Drive. Sega RF switch, TV or antenna, so you can leave it plugged into your precious TV. A power supply, which I'm hoping is for our Commodore 64. Power supply doesn't actually say, but I'm guessing it's our Commodore 64 power supply. And a plug, just a kind of conventional plug. It's not, sometimes you find these old kind of Bakelite plugs on there, MK plugs, and they're actually worth probably 10 or 15 quid on their own, but no such luck with this one. We have another PlayStation. Fortunately, the PlayStations just take a standard AC input. I have no software for any of these, so we're gonna have to go buying software, try a couple of CDs in there, maybe see if they play, but there we go, another PlayStation 1. And some more kind of random leads that are very grimy. I don't know what they are for. Looks like a stereo output, and then a couple of DIN socket inputs. Not quite sure what those are for. And another RF, another lead. Not quite sure what that's for, whether that's for the PlayStation or not. But it's the right PlayStation crate, to a SCART, a Sega, presumably for the Mega Drive again, RF adapter unit, and finally, last but by no means least, an Xbox 360 with looks like one of the memory card flaps broken off it. Okay, so that's our lot. That's what we have. So we should take a look at the eBay listing now. I'm going to show you this. It was all bought untested. I'd imagine that not much of this actually works, and I don't have software for a lot of it, so I'm going to have to invest a little bit in software. But what do you think? So just a quick recap of what we got, because I need to get this back in the box. Anyway, we have an Xbox 360, a Commodore 64C, an original Xbox, a Sony PlayStation, a Sega Mega Drive 2, fake or aftermarket cassette drive, genuine Commodore cassette drive, Xbox remote control, a mystery foot pedal, a Firefox F7 from Grandstand, a Logitech Xbox precision vibration feedback wheel, in addition to all that stuff, an Acorn Electron, another PlayStation 1, a Grandstand 3600, all spares or repairs untested on eBay. So now let's take a look at that eBay listing. So here's our eBay listing. Vintage computer console job lot, family owned, spares or repair, not tested, $99.99. I actually paid a little bit more than that. I think I paid $115 plus 10 shipping, so a total of $125. For me, a big purchase, but I'd be really interested in knowing what you think. Do you think I did a good deal? Do you think I was lucky? Do you think I was unlucky and this was a bad decision? Please leave your comments in the comments section below, and if you haven't subscribed yet and you'd like to, I am 9 subscribers away at the time of filming from 1,000 subscribers, and 1,000 would be awesome. You might have the opportunity to be my 1,000th subscriber, and that would be fantastic. We'd love to have you join the channel. So that just about wraps it up for our video today. I'd love to see your comments in the comments section letting me know whether you think this was a good purchase or a bad one. And if you'd like to learn the fate of what happened to the things we unboxed today, please consider hitting subscribe. I hope that you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, thank you so much for watching Retro Tech Repair.